Alright, I wanted to get on here today. We're going to talk a little bit of NASCAR. But before I do that, I want to send a quick shout out to a YouTube channel that I love. I love the guy, great guy, Martin Truex fan, JB Racing News Reviews. You can check him out on YouTube. I will try later on. I'm not the most computer savvy guy in the world, but I'm going to try. I will get it done. I will get a link to his page on here in just a bit. That way you guys can go check out his page. Go check him out. He has a weekly contest, pick 5 contest. Pick 5 drivers. Whoever you think is going to be running up at the front. So pretty fun contest that I'm a part of. So anyway, anybody, like I say, go check his page out. Anybody that's watched my post-race videos, the funny face, the funny voice, post-race Chase Elliott videos, I greatly appreciate you guys watching them. I normally post them up after each race. About a minute long little video of me getting on here in the crazy voice and face, letting you guys know how Chase did and what I thought about the race. So I'll continue to do those. If you guys want to see any of those old videos, just go to my YouTube channel, click on my playlist, and they're all categorized. They're all right there. All of my videos based on category are in the playlist. That way you guys can go straight to NASCAR stuff, straight to whatever you want to view. So, and also I want to let you guys know before we talk some NASCAR, I'm doing a weekly Q&A live stream on YouTube, right here on my YouTube channel, Righteous Redneck, where you guys can answer questions on NASCAR, ask questions on NASCAR, in a number of different topics. NASCAR is one of them. So if you have a question that you would like to ask me, or just want my input on anything regarding Chase Elliott NASCAR, you can come on the live stream. I'm going up this next Tuesday. I'm trying to do it Tuesdays at 10:30 in the morning. Right now is a good time frame for me. If you don't get to, if you have to work, something of that sort, and you don't have an opportunity to join me Tuesdays at 10:30, you can always email me your questions to righteousredneck777@yahoo.com, and I will include answers to your questions on the following live stream. And then I will post it, and you can go on there and you can check out your questions being answered. And I'll always do those first before I start answering live questions on the live stream. I'll get my emails out of the way first. So, going into some NASCAR now. What do you guys think of this new package? You know, looking at the Xfinity race in Daytona, we were all kind of scared that we were going to see a lot of single file action, not a whole lot of passing. And that's the fear that I had as well. It's been better, in my opinion, than expected. I think the 8-inch spoiler, giving the cars more downforce, it has helped the handling of the cars. This last race at Atlanta, we did not see a wreck in the entire race. So the stability of the cars has definitely increased. They're more drivable, which is something that NASCAR was going for. But in giving them so much downforce, it's created a drag issue. When the cars, you know, they've been able to pass better than I ever would have expected, but there's still some issues there. So I don't know. I really don't have a handle on what these cars are going to do. I do, however, think that the package is going to make for some great racing on some of our shorter tracks. I've been playing NASCAR Heat 3 for PlayStation 4. It's a great game. Go check it out. But anyway, it's pretty realistic. So I've been checking out ISM Speedway And I think we can see a little bit more passing at this track. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. We'll see what happens. The action has been, like I say, better than expected. I think only time will tell how good this package really is. It hasn't been horrible. It hasn't been as bad as I thought it might be. Now, NASCAR moving forward in the year 2020, they plan on going with composite bodies. Complete composite bodies. I don't like the thought of that. You start to take away from the nostalgia of NASCAR when you make too many changes. Okay? These cars have always been metal. And when you make a full composite body, when you hit the wall at those speeds, you're not going to have a body left. You know, it's going to shatter into a billion pieces. So I really don't know how I feel about that. We'll see. It was being said at one point that NASCAR was thinking about making the cars quieter. And here's the reason why. You're not going to believe this. So that people in the stands would be able to hear each other better. Crazy. There are some good people in the NASCAR family, and then there are people that just have some crazy ideas. And I understand NASCAR wants to gear the product toward a younger audience. There are a lot of teenagers that are into drifting, those types of cars. But you can't take away from the nostalgia what NASCAR is. When you start to kill off that, you're going to really hurt your sport. I would like to see changes be made that are going to be good and effective and helpful and good for the teams and for the drivers. I'm not, as I've said in past videos, a fan of the chase. That took away from the nostalgia of NASCAR as well, the old point system. I don't believe that there should be a playoff in NASCAR. That's just me. The best becomes the champion. That to me has always been what it should be. There's no question as to who, performed the best throughout the year, so on and so forth. So I don't know. It's gotten better. I'm not going to say that it is as bad as it was when it first started, because it's not. But I'm just not a huge fan of it. And the mandatory cautions, I'm totally against that. Let these cars go. When you stop these cars, mandatory stops, it takes away from pit strategy. You know that you have a stop coming up. You know that you can look forward to it. It adds length to a race. It takes away early pit strategy. I just don't agree with that either. But it's NASCAR. I like it. I love it. Pull for Chase Elliott. Growing up, I was a Gordon fan. I started out as a Darrell Waltrip fan, actually. The gentleman from JB, as I mentioned earlier, big Darrell Waltrip fan. The guy was just a clean driver, and I loved Darrell Waltrip's Tide car as a kid, one of my all-time favorite cars. And then I shortly after that became a Jeff Gordon fan. Mainly the reason for that was because he gave Darrell Waltrip hell. Not Darrell Waltrip. Dale Earnhardt. I'm sure he gave Waltrip some hell as well along the way. But he was the guy that came in and stuck it to Dale. And he was a guy that Dale had all kinds of problems with, as well as other people. He was a young kid. He was scrappy when he first came in, and did some amazing things. And he learned a lot from Dale Sr., taking nothing away from Dale Sr. Dale Sr. to me was just a very, I don't want to say dirty driver, but he would do what he was dirty at times, a lot of times. Darrell Waltrip can contest to that, because he was definitely taken out by Dale several times racing against him. So anyway, Gordon, was my guy. When he retired, I had to get on board with somebody. So Chase Elliott took over the 24, and I decided, this is going to be my guy. And, turned out to be a good choice. The guy is really, he's got a great father who did a lot for the sport as well. Most popular driver for many, many years. So Chase has a good head on his shoulders, no doubt about that. So that's who I pull for. Chase is going to be around with us for a long time to come. Look forward to years and years of pulling for him. So, we got years and years, as I said, to pull for Chase. Kid's doing really, really good. 3 wins last season. Really capped off the season in a good way, entering the playoffs. I think he's going to get some more wins this year. Hendrick Motorsports is having a tough time connecting with this new setup that NASCAR is going with, all of the changes that they've decided to implement. So you guys got to understand, anybody that watches NASCAR needs to understand, if your guy is doing great one year, he might not do great the next year or as good, because when changes are made, the entire team has to deal with that, okay? Setups are different. How the car handles is going to be different. Everything is going to be different. Some guys handle it good. Other guys struggle with it. So Hendrick, right now, they're struggling a little bit, but once they get a handle on it, I think we'll be right on back up to the top running. So week to week, I think we'll be up there eventually once the teams get a handle on this new package that NASCAR has put in. So, I don't really know how this package is gonna do. It's looking okay so far. We'll see how they're able to do this weekend at ISM. See how well the cars are able to pass and move around on the track. Does seem like some of the guys stall out. They'll be running good for a while, and then they'll kind of pick their spot and sit and ride a little bit. They're not able to advance a lot of the time. So moving forward, we'll see how things go. But for right now, I'm satisfied with what's going on and how the cars are running week to week. I'll come back on here in a few weeks from now, and we'll do another video, and we'll see how things are looking at that point. We'll talk some more NASCAR. But this next Tuesday, 10:30 a.m., you can join me live right here on YouTube. So if you click on that bell with the parentheses, you'll be notified. If you subscribe, click on the bell with the parentheses, you'll be notified of when I'm on live, and we can talk some NASCAR on Tuesdays. If you have any questions, anything like that, you can email me again at righteousredneck777@yahoo.com. JB, who I mentioned before, appreciate the compliments, contributions to the channel here. Appreciate you, brother, and all of you guys go and check him out. I will put a link to his page here, or you guys can go and search it out yourself, but I will definitely get on here and include a link. So, ISM Speedway this coming weekend. Let's go number 9. Let's go Chase Elliott. Let's go and get it done. And let's see what happens. Hopefully these guys have a good race. If you haven't already subscribed, like, comment, share. And again, I appreciate everybody that comes on to my channel and watches these videos and comments. I enjoy the conversation and meeting new people and talking about the things that I enjoy. So let's have a good race at ISM. Go number 9.